friends across the pond. We are hosting the next game for the EW 2019 Space Cup. We are in round two in the upper brackets. It is going to be the high seed Lany versus Realmking, the lower seed, for today. I have my color commentator here, Blackout.
Hello there.
All right, and we're going to bring you this high intense game between two old friends, rivals, German counterparts in this case, playing EW from years past. So, welcome in. We have Lany and we have Realmking here. Gentlemen, how are you today?
Great.
Great as always.
You had a great day.
Awesome, awesome. You excited to get this match going here?
Yeah, actually, I'm so looking forward to finally playing in the playoffs. I don't know if the viewers followed everything, but the round one match was a forfeit where Shipes just conceded and said, I don't want to play against you.
Rip
Which,
Shiba.
of course, he can do. It's a bit sad because we get stripped of a good game, possibly. So now this is my first game in the playoffs, and I'm very looking forward to it.
First game, you got high stakes here already. You're already up against a good opponent, and Realmking over here. And Realm, what are your thoughts?
It's my first game being the low seed, I think. So yeah,
Well-
I kind of hope I don't play too bad. Maybe I'll get one match, or maybe I'll even win the whole best of 5.
Maybe.
Let's go, Realmking.
For the upset. I definitely respect Ramking, so I'm not taking this easy.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, you definitely should. He's again, being an older player, he knows what he's doing, and it can show. So, and obviously you as well. So you guys have been around the block. You've been playing this game for years, and you've had much experience, especially in space 1v1 matches. So it's going to be an exciting matchup. We're really excited to be able to bring this stream to you guys live here. It's going to be this will be a good one here. This will be easily one of the best games so far in the tournament. So we're looking forward to this. All right. Well, let's see here. Get into the little semantics here. Get everything squared away for the tournament. Perfect. All right. Good thing. So you guys are just go through with your map bans and then your starts, and should be good to go.
Yeah, we can do that. I'm the high seed for this game, so I ban first, and my ban is Geonosis.
My ban is Endor.
Endor. Ooh, interesting. I know you like that map, Laney, so that's
Ooh. Scythe, I think we moved to the other voice chat now.
Oh, yes.
Just move us. That's better, right?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll do that in just a second here. But yeah, and then just for the high seed and then the lower seed. So you guys picking the maps in this case. I just want to make sure that we have that clarified on the stream, and then we will go ahead and move to the proper channels.
Mm-hmm.
First map is gonna be Botan.
Why did I expect that? I'm gonna pick Empire.
Ooh, all right. We got Bonthan for Realmking, and then Eleni's playing Empire. All right, and this will already be a great matchup. I'm excited. This is not a standard. This is not generally a map people like to pick right away off the bat here. Maybe they're just doing it as a warm-up game, and they're just saying, hey, you know what? If we're gonna throw a game, let's throw the first game away because Bonthan is it's generally a rebel map too for the most part, and Eleni's picking Empire, so this will be good. All right. Let's get this started here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to move you guys into the channels and should be get ready to go.
Yep.
All right.
We'll see you.
Yes, we'll see you guys in a minute.
Yep.
All right. Okay. All right. We have the gentleman in the other channel right now. Everything
Fantastic.
muted.
Now I can start talking. I don't like talking when the competitors. I don't like talking when they can hear me because I like to talk behind their back. Um. Anyway, so let's start this off. I have always been told that this was like a fairly balanced map, but slightly empire sided. So it's interesting for you to say that it's a rebel sided map.
Well,
So I hope that the rebels win. Like, yeah, I hope that. Well, number one, I hope that Realm King, aka Wapu Wapu, wins because he's the underdog, and I always root for the underdog. But Laney is very committed to getting this tournament going. I think Laney's going to take the tournament. He's just the most sweaty of us all, so I think he's going to win.
yeah, it's. Well, it's this case. It's Laney's second highest seed in the tournament here, and for the most part, pretty much thinking he's the only one who's going to be able to challenge Boba. Everyone's, I would say, theorizes at this point. So it'll be interesting to see. I really hope that Realm King does pull off the upset here as well. I'm going to root for him too because, well, it's exciting. It's exciting streaming. Who else doesn't enjoy those sorts of things? But yes, just to make a comment, segue back into it. The biggest reason why this is being more so a rebel map is just because the rebellion can instantly get a turret right off the get-go of the map. It does kind of balance itself out later on. However, just because of how close the mines are to each other, it makes things a lot easier for the rebellion to maneuver around and control what parts of the map that they can take control of. So this will be
Yeah.
interesting. So, but again, most maps are fairly balanced. They generally lean Empire side. Just because Empire is the easier faction to play as opposed to the Rebellion. And Rebellion, it's a lot more mistake friendly for the Empire, where it's mistakes are not your friends for the Rebellion. So you have to play a clean game as rebels. So
I am speculating that as it becomes more and more apparent that the Empire faction is favored, especially because it's more common knowledge at the higher level, I suspect that many of the map picks will lean toward Rebel. That way, the other player picking the faction will have to make a decision: either go with the statistics saying that the Empire wins, or go with the meta, the true facts, the truth that the faction wins on the map. It's a very interesting. I think it seems like Lenya is opting for the Empire though, despite the claim that this map is rebel sided. So maybe he's opting toward hoping Realm King will mess up.
Empire is a little less stressful to play as opposed to the Rebellion, so I can understand maybe if you want to get a slow little integration in. So let me get him a little warm up game in. Let me start off with Empire here. If I make a couple of mistakes, not a big deal. I can clean myself up. Whereas Rebels, like you're instantly punished and then you're in a hole right away. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
I understand why. It's a smart decision, very straightforward. So it's
Let us
well,
begin
okay.
then. We are waiting for you to accept. So there you go. You understand. Uh-oh. Laney's backing off. What's wrong? Laney is the big nerve. There we go.
Realm King with his trigger happy game starts. All right, well, we'll get into here. Oops, looks like the game's already synced. We're gonna have to rehost.
That's okay. While we are rehosting, let us talk about the common strategies that we think both players will implement. I think that Laney is going to do the typical rebel start. I'm sorry, he's Empire. Realm King will do the typical rebel start where he sends one fighter to each of the turreted mines in the middle, and then Laney will. I believe the Empire also does the same, and the Empire and both factions tend to send their first fighter to their base mine. It's just that the Empire can do it more quickly because they can build fighters more quickly.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
I would agree. Rebels start. I mean, pretty much the main start for this map, no matter what, is that you have to go in and you have to contest the turrets. Because if you don't contest the turrets right off the get-go, then you're automatically forfeiting that specific portion of the map. But I mean the turrets. I mean from the bottom right mine and the upper left mine, not the ones in the middle next to the bases and that random little asteroid field over there. Like
Yeah.
not in this little area or not in this little area. You're talking about the mines right over here in the bottom right and then bottom mines in
Of
the top left.
course. Of
Getting those.
course.
So outside of that, that's when the strategy breaks off because of the two mines in between the middle, the pirate base, and then obviously your base mine and the opponent's base mine. So it's interesting to see.
Ooh.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
I don't want to hold this up anymore. We'll get the stream ready to go here, and we'll get this game going. All right, all right. So we have Realm King and Lany off to a quick start here. Both are spreading off to the side. Realm King was very fast here. Actually, he was able to. Was a little concerned that his X-wings would fly into the station and managed to avoid that. So very, very efficient start. We have right over here
Yeah.
Laney going in for the base mine, building that, screwing right away. You see that maneuver. He didn't even stop moving his TIE fighters, so efficient maneuverability right from there. He was able to do that. In this case, he split the third TIE fighter he warped in, go right for the pirate fighters. So you can see already the high-level gameplay is differing between these two factions. So Realm
But
King
he
will
does
get...
succeed this here.
Yes,
Forgive me for interrupting.
oh no, by all means, Realm King does get to the top first to contest it. However, Realm King easily gets the bottom right mine, so he's able to take that right off the get-go. Laney coming in right now, just seeing that he built both of them, he's going to warp in more TIE fighters. We have him contesting the pirate base with his original X-wing units, or sorry, separate X-wing units. My apologies. The original are up here. I does have two X-wing units contesting this up here, three X-wings now, so he can win this fight up on the top. Or Laney has to use his TIE fighters to come down here and attack the mines, and while he also has to contest over here. So this is very good gameplay so far. What are your observations?
I like how Laney, even though he seeded this mine here, he
Right.
is attacking it like a lot. So he's kind of invalidating Realm King's claim on this area, even though he loses a couple fighters. This is interesting up here, where there are two um, large X-wing scrambles. I
Skirmishes,
think that's
scuffles. Yeah,
yeah.
I can't think of the specific word either at the moment. Skirmish. Yeah, but
Yeah,
yes,
but it seems like Laney has kind of, I don't want to say obliterated, but nearly obliterated the rebel advantage you were speaking of earlier, just by attacking this bottom mine with half of his force, killing it. So I guess Laney was lucky that Realm King decided to build the mine because he left it in a very vulnerable state. I probably wouldn't have built the mine expecting Laney to attack it sometime.
he did.
But that kind of begs the question what the strategy down there is.
Yeah. Rum King playing efficient Rebel gameplay right now, getting all his X-Wings into one big group. Laney doing the same thing. He used the single X-Wing unit to kind of stall from not letting him build the pirate fighters over there, because you never want to get pirate fighters. Rum's doing an excellent job just kind of circling around the base here, and then stalling, really just great microing right here. He's just stalling and keeping that X-Wing alive. Realized that, oh no, he didn't realize that it's built. Now he did. He's going to go in and he's going to take out this mine as quickly as he possibly can, knowing that he's going to have to do some serious damage here. Otherwise, Laney's going to get a quick advantage over him. Laney's
And
up
then there's
here.
this issue up. Yeah, this issue.
Yeah, he's
Very bad, very bad.
it's not looking very good for Realm at this particular moment. Excuse me, yeah, Realm King, because he's the Rebellion, and Laney is just slowly picking off his X-Wings while he has to take off this mine. He doesn't really have much of a choice. Realm's going to have to move in here. He's doing the smart decision in order to break off from the TIE. Ooh, okay, interesting. I was actually going to say that I would have thought he'd move. Okay, now he's doing it. He's moving the X-Wings to the turret so he could use the turret's advantage to kill off the TIE fighters. This should allow him to take these X-Wings and move them anywhere else he wants to off the map. So it's looking as though he wants to go after the base mine. He's not going to build anything over there. However, Laney's already beat him to the punch, and he's going to start taking and damaging this.
But Laney wisely keeps the TIE fighter here. I'm not sure if he keeps the mine in sight, but the TIE fighter area view is larger than the X-wing area view. So, the TIE fighter sees it, but he retreats. Maybe no, he attacks it.
He
Doesn't want to buy
attacks.
a bomber.
He's going to let it build right now. He wants to claim the pirates first just because of that singular unit.
Yeah.
It looks like... maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he just feels comfortable enough warping in what he can build here. So one smart decision compared to what Laney did, or excuse me, Realm King did, is he attacked Laney's mine here because he knew he didn't have enough money to build this turret. So he went up there instead of going up here and fighting off this mine that has a turret. I would assume that Realm King knows that he has the upper left mine here, but I guess we'll see here shortly. Laney's. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised that Realm King left this top mine here uncontested when he was in the area. He didn't even bother to check, he just went straight down.
He did do that. I did notice that. I'm surprised he didn't actually spread out or send off a singular X-wing unit just to at least have some sort of contention there. So,
Mm-hmm. But Lany has the mine advantage, so he's at this point going to outproduce Realm King, I believe. Perhaps bring in some pirate fighters. Even though Laney's still building Tie fighters, he probably could build pirate fighters. I'm not sure why he's choosing not to, but it definitely looks like Laney is able to outproduce Realm King at the moment, and Realm King can't really do anything about it because his X-wings would lose too much steam if he were to try to attack this top mine here. But that's like his only option, so
his
he's
biggest pro.
kind of trapped, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
his
And also
biggest.
this mine right here.
Yes, that one. That's his biggest problem. He hasn't noticed that yet. He had about at least 7 X-wings in these two groups combined here. He could have easily came in and attacked this. Now, see, the biggest problem with Rebellion is, again, you do not want to fight the TIE fighters and the blobs here until you have enough X-wings to where you know you can secure victory. Otherwise, Empire can keep an endless stream of spamming TIE fighters, and eventually quality will overtake quantity. And Realm King seeds the game.
Mm,
Fun game, though.
oh man, yeah. Poor Rumpkin. I want him to win. We have a comment from Ormular saying that the overlay covers part of the minimap.
I forgot to hit Alt for him. My apologies. All right, we're gonna switch over into these guys real quick.
Das
do you
tut die,
wanna talk to
die
them?
Top-Mine.
Hello there. You've been abducted.
Yeah.
So,
I think he was just trying to chat about the game.
Oh.
Gentlemen, how are we feeling after that first game there? It was a good start there.
yeah.
Um, actually, I'm feeling pretty bad.
Oh no.
I
Maybe we
kinda,
should save this for the end game interview.
yeah, maybe. I
Whatever
did some
Steph wants to
mistakes.
do.
I did some mistakes.
It's a good warm-up game for you gentlemen, though. You feel a little.
Yeah, definitely. Like the whole clicking process part of the game got smoother as the game dragged on.
It does help. Warm-up games are always your friend, because especially a good warm-up game though, something that's gonna force you. You can't just have a warm-up game where you're just
Uh-huh.
kind of laxing your way through and I'll click here, I'll click there. No, something that's gonna force you to, be as efficient as possible. That'll get you right into the mode.
Now I had to stay very alert. So, just move on to the next game, I guess.
Yes, yes.
Nothing. I mean, I have no idea what you have been talking about all the time. So
No, no, that's
good.
fine.
That's the whole point.
That is the
You don't have to
entire
watch
point.
stream to find out.
yeah.
All right, all right. So we will go ahead. So just to have this written down here. See, Lany is a victor. Game 1. So game 2. What are we picking, gentlemen?
Well, it's like you need to join the game so you get.
Let me think about this. Geonosis is banned, Endor is banned, right?
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Both we just got played.
go to
Let's
Polis.
pick Castle, right? Yeah. Stay with the small maps, right?
I'll go Empire.
Empire. Okay.
All right. Good deal. I'm just going to swap off here, and we're going to go ahead and get the stream started here. And gentlemen, best of luck.
Yeah. Have fun casting this.
All right, all right.
We shall.
Okay, both of them have moved out. All right, so we're going to go ahead.
You could move them to the safe space, and it'd be quicker to just abduct them and place them back.
Fair enough. I wasn't sure. There's some other people that might finagle in, so I wanted to make sure they were in the, silent area.
Yeah, we should make another silent area, like
We
a
should.
streaming 2 channel or something.
That's a good idea, actually.
Alright, anyway, the game is now begin on Kessel, which is traditionally a rebel-sided map. Let's see if that can save the rebel player Lany this time. Well, actually, yeah, no, Lany won last time, so it'd be up to see if Empire can save Realmking even on a rebel-sided map. Typical start, both teams send their fighters to the closest mines to their base.
A very conservative start, actually. A lot of times people generally try to go up to the either middle line over here or over here to the pirate base. However,
Oh,
they
really?
wanted to go in and secure both their economic advantages here.
Uh-huh.
Had
This is
actually
interesting what go ahead, Scythe.
Oh yeah, had actually Rum sent his Tie Fighters over here first, he probably could have claimed that turret, but he decided to also go for the safer maneuverability here. Rum is actually going to go in hot and heavy right into the base mine because he knows it's building. And we have over here Lany doing the same thing with this singular unit going up top. Realmking going in to contest the Pirate Fighters too. Lany has his X-Wing units taking off this mine over here. He has some X-Wings taking off over here as well. So this is interesting. This is generally this is a lot different than we have Realmking building his mine over here in the middle. But yeah, this is a lot different than what we see of other gameplays or styles of gameplay. So
A couple things I want to note and ask you about. Number one, usually, wouldn't it be better for the Empire player to send one of his first fighters to this mine down here simply because it's geographically farther away than the opposite mine?
technically they could. A lot of the times there's I don't know. A lot of times, rebel players don't typically, or rebels, yeah, excuse me, rebel players don't like to build this mine right away down here because it's just undefended. Whereas you have over here, you have the option of building this turret next to your base mine and the actual base mine. Uh, but you know, so far I don't know, it's anyone's game. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, and then this original solo rebel fighter here, is that typically advised? Normally, I just go straight for the top mine up here and come back for the pirate base after that's destroyed, but I do like what Laney did, keeping a fighter there just to secure the area. What do you think of that?
Yes, that's something that you want to do. You have to be extremely strategic about it, though. The reason being is if you sacrifice a single X-Wing unit, that's a lot of wasted time and a lot of wasted resources going in there. So you have to be strategic. You can't do it everywhere. You're gonna, as a Rebellion player, you're gonna have to cede certain portions of the map. As you can see, he
Mm-hmm.
kind of has his top part over here. He is sending this X-Wing unit up to go and contest it because now he can't afford it. He knows that he could win this in the middle here on the left side with his pirate fighters. He knows that he could win with his X-Wing group right here, so he's attacking that. Uh, he also can win over here on the pirate base. So Laney actually has a very large force of X-Wings here that's actually been fairly successful so far. He's got 3 X-Wings over there, and he's got at least 5 X-Wings over at the pirate base.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a
Yeah, I
couple
really
up.
like Laney's use of X-Wings.
Yeah, he's using them very, very efficiently.
Oh, he takes one off near the pirate battle. Or not, nah, it goes back in.
The unit might have been trolling.
Do you think it would be wise for Laney to try to cap this mine with like his one X-wing that's barely alive, or is it better for the rebels just to keep pumping out X-wings at this pace?
Um, yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to have a continuous like you need to continuously build X-wings no matter what. It's just I mean, unless you're both at this point. Well, I mean, it depends though because neither of them have mines, so they have to be very again they have to be very conscientious of how they spend their money. So any false
Mm-hmm.
bad move could literally ruin them. Rum actually has a mine down here, so he's actually has the advantage over Laney right now, even though Laney does have more X-Wings up on the field. Laney does not have any mines right now, so Rum is actually getting some income in. He's getting a second mine built up over here. Right over here, he's got this single X-Wing unit here. Oh, he missed that TIE
Ooh,
fighter. Oh, he got it,
uh-oh.
he got it, he got it.
Okay,
So,
what's he gonna do? He's gonna put the fighters. He's confused over here, but he makes the fighters go away, which means Laney could possibly warp in one.
yes,
But
but
no,
doesn't.
actually, Laney's taking the over here with his fleet,
That's
ceding the left side to Realm. Which let's see if Realm has enough money to deal with or to build anything.
He knows that he has to because he doesn't have any money to build another unit, so he didn't have anything to warp in. So now he has to take all his fighters here, and then he has to kill this mine because he's gonna lose that advantage big time. However, it does get built before he's able to kill it, so he's not gonna. It's gonna be able to get some return on investment there. Not a lot, but some.
This is interesting here, sending his whole fleet across the map to the top corner, just in case Laney built that mine.
Yes, it doesn't seem like he
I don't think
changed
I would
his.
advise that.
It looks like he changed his mind. Oh no, he's going back in again. So
Oh, look
I'm
at
not sure.
that. He might just trap Lany.
See, now he's got his other mine building up here. So
Uh-oh.
Empire, that's just a standard pro game. This is kind of how it is. It's kind of like this cat and mouse game. Realm is getting this extra mine being able to be built over here. Laney is strategically keeping his X-Wings alive. He has an X-Wing here, and he's just stalling, so that way Realm can't build that. So he has Fog of War reveal, and he understands what he's doing. It'll be interesting to see. He notices now that Laney didn't have that mine, so he's able to come down here, and he's also going to notice that Laney doesn't have this mine. So now he can prey on these X-Wings and then try to kill them off with these TIE fighters. Smart decision peeling this off here.
I don't like how Laney didn't bother to leave one X-Wing behind to capture the pirate base.
I don't think he could afford it at this point, to be quite
I
honest.
think he could just like let one X-Wing linger because you see this squad up here. They're dominating. If one X-Wing's a little late to the dogfight, like he almost had the whole thing captured. He just barely didn't.
That's
Just
true.
barely.
He could have. Oh, he's got his X-Wing unit in here. He knows that Rom has that mine here. That's pretty troll right here. His base mine is conquered by the Empire. Second mine. Oh, and Laney says he missed the start.
Ooh.
He concedes. He knows.
What does he mean exactly that he missed the start?
Not sure. We'll be able to ask him that.
Oh, we shouldn't have done. We should ask them later, just to keep things going.
Sure.
I'm a bit on a time limit. I want to be here for as much of this as possible. But anyway, I did notice, like, I think maybe, I'm not sure what Laney was referring to, but even though I said I did like his X-Wing, work, I think he did spread his X-Wing forces a little too thin. And then, of course, he got empired because when the rebels are spread thin, then the Empire can prey on the X-Wings. I think that's what did Laney in, but I could be wrong.
Could very well be here. All right, gentlemen. We won't ask too many questions. We'll just get right into it. Going into game 3. You guys just let us know what you guys pick.
Yeah, but did you see what happened?
What specifically were you referencing?
Yeah,
Like
we
at the
couldn't
big-
decipher.
At the beginning, bottom right mine, you need to wait 5 seconds to capture it, and I've waited literally 4.99 seconds. And I had to fly back.
Oh.
So my game was pretty much over from that point of.
Oh. I'm not sure what Scythe thought about that, but I had different thoughts, which you can see when you rewatch the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's many ways to play Kessel though. There's no one way. So
No, there is only one way, and that's the way I play it.
we'll see. But yeah, so we actually didn't notice that because we were looking at other parts of the map when you started contesting.
Yeah,
So
I lost like 10 seconds down there.
that's yeah. Ooh.
Flying back.
Yeah, that would have got you a lot more money. I mean, you were doing an excellent job microing your X-Wings, though. It was well done. It was very clean. It's just that I know what you mean. You were just kind of handcuffed from the very beginning. All right, let's go ahead and maneuver or put you guys back in the channel, and we can go ahead and get this started.
Yes, do the
you
mapping.
want us to pick our stuff first?
Oh
before you
yeah,
move us?
I thought you already
pick
picked.
your stuff.
I'm jumping ahead now.
Yeah, I'll go for a rematch on Castle.
Ooh.
I technically the rules say you can't choose a map you already won on.
He can't choose a map he already picked, but he didn't. So he can pick it. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so technically some clarification there. So you can play a map again. However, you can't be the person who picks the map twice. Your opponent has to repick the map.
Oh,
It would be considered a
I
rematch.
see. Oh.
Everyone has their own map pool, so to say.
Okay, my mistake. So what are the factions going to be?
Let's do the same thing again, right?
Ooh, Laney wants blood.
Either I we have it. Either I like save my honor or I go down miserably. What could go wrong?
I guess we'll
Okay.
see. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Keep an eye on my bottom right mine when I fuck up again.
Our eyes shall be kept on the mines. All right, let us
All right, we'll move you guys over here.
deport these Germans and let us play.
All right, they
Accept, Lany. Accept.
accepting.
I'm excited for this.
All right, now again, off to a both very quick start this time. A little jumbling over here with Realm's TIE fighters over here. So Lany, again, as you mentioned before, is that he had this mine, but he needed about 5 seconds in order to capture it, and he was there for approximately 4.9 seconds. Again, timer is not 100% accurate. Is he going to get the same thing? Ooh, oh, okay, that was...
He missed that.
Oh, yeah.
I want to scrutinize Lany a little bit. With this fighter here, you could move it like right here, and that'd be more optimal, I think, because then you could fly a straighter path to top left mine up here.
It is true.
But he stopped it like a little bit more to the right or centered above it. So whatever, small optimization since Lany's nitpicking now. I'm just kidding. He's not nitpicking. That was a pretty big thing for him.
So both are coming in hard here. Lany wants to make sure that he takes off Realm's economic advantage right from the get-go. Realm doing the same thing with his TIE fighter is going to be able to hit that right away. We have the contestant over here at the pirate base. We only have 2 X-Wings taking out this mine. However, this mine is not fully built yet. Neither is this one. So they're going to do some significant damage to it before it ever gets put up there. Yep, they're both going to be in red by the time it actually finishes off here. So
I have a couple questions for you, Scythe. Do you think it'd ever be viable to keep the fighter that built this mine up here around this area in order to, like, distract X-Wings or block X-Wing fire to keep the mine alive longer?
I mean,
Or
you
is it,
could
like, never worth it?
you could afford that with Empire. So it's never a bad thing having TIE fighters defend base areas at all. I would say it's really not, because TIE fighters can hit X-Wings when their X-foils are unlocked, so having them fly around the map, they actually can damage and kill the squadrons. So it is actually a good thing.
Yes.
Or
I also
can
like
like to
be.
point out that Realmking seems to have. It seems he likes to pile on his TIE fighters on one side and then pile it on the other side.
He does seem to go very aggressive.
Yeah, which might be a good thing. I think maybe not, because if you pile on one side, that means that mine dies faster, and then by the time you're on the other side, they're already down one mine. So instead of both of them dying at the same time, one just dies quicker, which is, well, mathematically, wouldn't that just be the same thing? I don't know. I can't. I'm not German. Actually, I am German, but I'm not pure German, so I
Yeah.
can't sort things. But whatever. Point still stands.
Ooh, that was a good maneuver here. On the top mine right over here, Realm's TIE fighters happened to coincidentally run into the X-Wing units and absorb the firepower while it was getting built, so it actually didn't damage the mine.
Oh, let's go. But Realm King still built the mine, which very risky, especially because this mine here is available. Also, do you think ever building that turret next to where I just pinged as the rebel player could be good? Or is that too much of an economic investment?
It is kind of an economic investment. The biggest problem is that when you build the actual turret, is that it's already facing in another direction, so it takes time to loop around in order to try to attack them. So
But what
depending
if it's a
on
missile turret?
so if it is a missile turret, that's something different, because it is a slightly changed down. The range of the missile turret is huge. So, and the fog of war reveal is huge too. So you could literally see this entire mine area with that missile turret being built. And it doesn't do significant damage, but it does a pretty decent amount of damage. It'll chip away at fighters. But the advantage that it really gives, it's a little bit cheaper, and the fog of war reveal, honestly, I think it's very underrated. It's very underrated because it just allows you to see what's going on around the field. Now, it looks at this point that Lany is getting the massive advantage. Bottom left, 6 X-Wing squadrons. Over in the bottom right, he has at least 3 X-Wing squadrons that he's, 3 squadrons taking off here. And then the top right, he has a single X-Wing. And the top left, he has 2 X-Wings. So, Realm is, yep, this is over, folks. Realm King did,
that was not wise.
That was not wise at all, because that's going to come in hot and heavy. Boom, yep, taken right out. Realm is being too careless. Yep, see, he concedes.
Ooh, Laney's happy.
Lany is happy.
I don't think Lenny played particular like he didn't make the flub with the mine at the bottom right, but I think his overall strat was still I think he didn't really play much better except for that one thing, which might just been enough to beat Rum King, but I think Rum King made some bigger blunders.
Yes, blunders is a good way to put it. You still, even though you're Empire and you can make a few more mistakes as opposed to the Rebel player, it doesn't mean you're free of making mistakes. You can't just continue to make mistakes. Like you have to be strategic where you spend your money. That being said, him building his units over there, or not his units, excuse me, the mine over there, that really just that was the knife in the back right there. That was the killer for him. He just threw away 850 credits, which he could have bought almost 3 TIE fighters for, or just waited and then
Or no
strategically,
pirate fighters.
yeah, or something else in this case.
We
So
haven't seen any pirate fighters. Like both every game there's been a pirate dock and it's been under the influence of players for long enough to build at least one pirate fighter. But no, not a
no,
single pirate unit. Not a
nope,
single pirate unit.
they're going in with their standard units. So interesting. So it's interesting to see. So all right, let's move them back in here again,
There you
Hello
go.
there.
gentlemen.
Laney has his revenge.
Ah,
Realm King, what happened?
Yeah, I think I built one TIE fighter too much, so that delayed one mine pretty much, and yeah, in the last mine I was kinda, yeah, a sacrifice.
A sacrifice,
Oh.
yeah. Well, I don't know. Laney does a really good job of getting X-wings very quickly on this map. So I mean, at the beginning, like 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, like 3 minutes into the game, like he had already had like 9 X-wings on the map. So it was, like I said, very and against X-wings that survived too. So like it wasn't just that he produced 9 X-wings; like he had 9 X-wings just still sitting on the map after things had still been killed and etc. So it was well done. All right,
I
gentlemen.
got my mind this time.
Yeah, you got your mind done.
Yes. All right, gentlemen, pick your stuff.
Okay. Um, this is game 4,
Or
Yes.
right? Okay. That means I pick map. Okay, so I have picked Castle. Geonosis and Endor is banned. We have played Bothwy. Um, let's go for Carson.
Oh, that's a fun.
Ooh.
All right. I'm excited for that. I like Coruscant. Not a lot of people like Coruscant. Coruscant's a
I
fun
have
map.
grown to like Coruscant as well over the course
I
of
like
this
it.
tournament.
I'll play Rebel.
Okay. Using
Oh.
the size
Oh.
of the map.
I should
Yep.
just realize that I never actually updated the seating
The scores,
numbers.
yeah.
So I'll just fix that.
We're playing too quickly.
Yeah, my one can say my micromanaging of the streaming options is not so well.
That's okay. No one in chat noticed.
But yeah, Selene has the 2-1 advantage right now, so it is game point for Laney.
Mm-hmm.
Army said he's paying attention.
Okay.
Army is lies.
Army's messaged me a couple of times. To be fair, it's just I see it and there's no Discord overlay, so yeah.
Don't worry. Army knows that I am paying attention to the chat. Oh,
Yeah,
now
it's still
Ormy
5
knows
minute
he's
delay,
now
right?
announcing it. Okay, thank you, Ormy. Thank you so much for doing our jobs for us. All right.
Thank you, good sir. All right, we're gonna go off of here. Let's move you guys
Put
to the other
yourselves up
channel.
here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're waiting for me to accept. Okay. You stole my color, Darth Scythe 6.
Did
I
I?
am very resentful, but that's okay. I can be pink. It's the color of Princess Euphemia.
Oh goodness. Could turn red too after a machine gun.
Oh, hey, spoiler. All right, let's watch this. Let's see what Laney does. Is the now very interesting that Realm King chose Rebel. This is a scenario where I described where the Rebel map, the map that's typically Rebel favored, is picked, but the person picking the faction chose to decide the faction that the map leans toward rather than the faction that historically wins no matter what.
So are
Ooh,
you saying
let's
this is an
see.
Empire map? Because I think this is a
No,
Rebel
no, no,
map.
no. I'm saying it's a Rebel map.
Oh, okay, okay.
And Realm King, instead of choosing Empire, he because the Empire is just like historically won and whatever, just because it's easier to play.
Mm-hmm.
He chose Rebel,
Oh, oh,
so it's kind
okay.
of a risk both ways. But Realm
Well,
King misses the turret here.
he does. He didn't have enough
But
money to
beside
build
that
a
gold,
second turret,
yeah, exactly.
but he did let him build this first turret here. So
Yes, but beside that, we have this here, where Laney has mismicromanaged his Tie Fighter, but Realm King has mismicromanaged building that mine.
probably doesn't have the
But maybe
money.
maybe Laney's waiting for him to build it. His Tie Fighter sees that mine.
He
Probably,
can't.
maybe. I'm
If
not
that
sure.
in that area, he can definitely see it. It's close enough.
Okay, so he's waiting. But
Uh,
anyway, so Rum King gets a free mine in the middle. However, he hasn't gone for Laney's base mine, nor has he gone for the pirate base.
oh, he does end up building this mine, and Laney doesn't see it.
Ooh, until now.
I wonder if he
Or
drops
not.
an IPV or pirate fighters there. Maybe we'll finally
Yeah,
see some
probably.
pirate units.
Yeah. Now this is
No, TIE
interesting here.
fighters.
Two random TIE fighters doing nothing. But yeah, more TIE fighters. So yeah, Rum King has some micromanagement issues here with his X-Wings. They're just being dumb. They're not getting their full sweep. Unfortunate for Realm King, can be very overwhelming as a Rebel player. But we have our first pirate fighter. Let's go. After like 4 games of no pirates on maps where pirate units may
bring,
be in play.
bring out the pirates. Bring out the
Oh, and there's
pirates.
an IPV here, as you predicted,
Ah, there we go.
sending him back to the middle.
Oh, we got pirate fighters coming in the middle now too. He's gonna kill that mine.
Now these X-Wings here going to the pirate base are not locked. Their S-foils are not locked,
No,
which
they're
is
not.
another micromanagement issue for Realm King. What do you
He's,
think about building a missile turret right here? Do you
I
think it's worth
actually,
it?
I actually like building the missile turret right here because you could see everything in the middle with the exception of that turret. But if you already know the turret's built, you don't need to see it.
Yes, that's true.
Actually, I
What's the
think
benefit of building like the middle turret over this back turret if missile turret is so good?
Missile turret necessarily isn't so good. It's just more or less the fog of war reveal that I really think it has a big advantage on. Because in Coruscant, one of the biggest things you want to do on your map is exactly what Realm King is doing: is this group of X-wings blobbing in together and then just maneuvering in and out of the map. Now he can just play
Hmm.
out the waiting game for right now, and because he already has a turret in the middle, he sees everything there. So this is a huge advantage for the rebels right now. But
Yes.
Laney right now has this bottom turret. Ooh, he's gonna actually he's gonna get it close enough to be able to shoot it. This turret's gonna start shooting at this IPV. Realm King making the right decision with his X-wings down here, gonna go up and defend this turret and kill that IPV. That's going to be a good decision. But Laney's going to be able to come up. Seeing that, he's going to try to build the bottom left mine, I would predict.
We also gotta keep our eye on this skirmish up here. It would seem that Rum King is choosing not to use the canister. That if he can lure Laney into it, can blow up his TIE fighters, but nope, Laney wins up the pirate base.
He does
The X-Wings
indeed do
now
that.
attacking the IPV. But the
Oh,
IPV is dancing. Look at that.
the IPV is dancing,
But
but he's not
also,
using the turret to attack the IPV. That's a big mistake. You want to kill that
yeah,
IPV because the IPV does the most damage out of all the fighters, so you want to kill that. Luckily, he's able to survive that little onslaught there. But oh, Laney doesn't build this bottom left mine. Maybe he doesn't have the
yeah,
money.
very interesting. Very interesting. Blow up the canister. Blow up the canister.
Yeah, too late.
He was about to. Oh, if he had the missile turret there though.
He kills the
Um,
turret in the middle, though. So okay,
Well, if
okay.
Rum King had that missile turret there, he might have. Do you think that's in range of the canister? Probably not. He could probably see some of the stuff. I don't know. That'd be interesting to
He could
see.
he could see it though. That's the thing, and
Yeah, and then.
that's what's so awesome about having the missile turret there is that you could literally
Mhm.
see it. Now again, for the folks who don't know, again, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the tournament, we are hosting this on the tournament edition mod, which we did make modifications to the base game in this game. Nothing big. We fixed the accuracy issue on the missile turret, and I believe we slightly nerfed the power of the missile turret, so it didn't entirely change the meta of the game too much.
I don't think we did that. It's just the missile turret naturally. is
Weak.
worse than the FOC turret. It shoots fewer missiles, and I think the projectile is
Did the
weaker.
did the game sync?
But it says you disconnected.
Is my internet
It
not
says
working?
waiting for player Darth Scythe 6.
Am I trolling? Did I just cause a sync? That's
It looks like it. Looks like you gotta quit Scythe.
oh dear, oh dear. We'll back out. See if that fixed
Ooh.
anything.
What I might be able to do is I might be able to use the Discord screen share in order to show you my screen. Do you think we could try that, Scythe?
I don't know. Maybe.
Alright, let's
Wow.
get in like a private call.
All right. The unfortunate technical difficulties. Major technical difficulties at the moment. I unfortunately cannot hear anything at the moment. If I'm in.
Limit.
Okay. Unfortunately, that disconnection issue wasn't. We weren't able to get it back up.
Yeah.
No, it's better that you didn't see it.
um, I don't know. What was the point when you dropped out? Nobody
uh,
had mines.
yeah.
Was the
No,
middle
nobody had mine.
rebel? Was the rebel turret in the middle already dead?
Yeah. It was just about to die, or it did die.
Okay. Yeah, I built myself a turret there and just stalled the game. Yeah, and
And
won
then
by that.
I threw like a retard.
I'm surprised you didn't build that bottom left mine earlier, Laney. To be quite honest.
With what money? Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
figured
yeah.
was probably the issue, but
Yeah, but then again, I don't really need mines on this map past a certain point, I think. I don't know.
it was close.
Yeah, it was fun. Where's Blackout? He saw the
Uh,
game.
Not sure.
I lost. I'm not the victor.
I know. I tried to. I hit enter right when I was like, oh shoot, and I, whoops.
Hmm.
Realmking says that he has to take off. So, all right.
Yeah,
Well, unfortunately, that was the end of the game there. Lany was the victor. Apologies for the again for the technical difficulties. The connectivity issues of the game. Just
Mm.
fibers did not last, unfortunately. But
Yeah,
yes.
it's a shame.
But Lany advances on to round 3. Realm King drops down into the loser bracket, or the lower bracket in this case. Well played, gentlemen. Both games,
Thank you.
I'd say pretty much every game was winnable. So yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
close.
GG's to Realmking. I had to work
Lenny.
for every one of these wins.
Yes, but good games, some good streams there. Hope everyone was able to enjoy. Looking forward to bringing in some more streams into the future. Again, hopefully no more technical difficulties, but you can never be too sure with EAW, but you never know. That being said, hope everyone has an enjoyable rest of their afternoon, evening, wherever you may be around the world, and thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you next time.
Right. See you next time.
Yeah.